Let's jump into the Bitcoin chart, because as you know, pretty much every single altcoin is correlated with Bitcoin, meaning that they tend to move in the same direction. So in my opinion, it is always important to have the Bitcoin chart in mind. And the first thing on the Bitcoin chart I do want to look out for today is that if we take a look at today's daily candle, you can see that we are slightly green here. We are up 2% for this candle. And the first thing I do want to pay attention to is that if we actually close the day above the previous red candle, so if we for example close right here, then today we will be printing a bullish engulfing pattern. So it would be very nice if we can close the day above around 47,700, because then we will be printing a bullish engulfing pattern, and that indicates a reversal here to the upside. So that is the first thing I do pay attention to. If we switch here to the 4-hour time frame, here we can actually see some very bullish thing. You know, the pattern we talked about in our previous video, we have a descending triangle right here, and we was actually very close to break down yesterday. You can see that we tried multiple times to get that strong daily candle close below this lower yellow line, which is a very important support level. But as we can see here, the bears never managed to get a strong candle close below here, and right now we are getting a slight bounce here towards the upside, so that is definitely nice to see. And this leads to the Bitcoin upside scenario. So what are some very important things to pay attention to in the short term for Bitcoin here that we need to look out for during this bounce? And the first key resistance level I do pay attention to, it is this downsloping yellow line. As you can see, we have been having at least 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touches here. So I would look out for this potential 4th touch here. But if we actually can push above that one, it starts to look very optimistic in my opinion. Because then let's switch back here to the daily time frame. If we can break that pattern we recently talked about, then I don't see any clear resistance until all the way up here, pretty much at 53,000. So if we break that pattern, I think we can see 53,000 very soon. And the reason we are looking out for the 53,000 level is basically this one acted as, you can see, support November 26. We saw this one as support here around October 11. And if we look left here, we can see that this was the very clear local top that Bitcoin printed here September 6. So this 53,000 US dollar, definitely a key level to pay attention to. Another thing we definitely do have to mention on the Bitcoin chart is that if you take a look right here from this low to this low, you can see that the price clearly, very clearly print one low and then a lower low. But if we take a look here at the MACD, we can actually see that the MACD prints a slightly higher low. If we take a look at the RSI, we can see that now, after this recent push, we can see that the RSI also printed a slightly higher low. So when we have lower lows on the price, higher lows on the indicators, then that is called a bullish divergence, indicates a reversal to the upside. So this could be a very positive sign here for the crypto market. But now guys, we're ready to take a look at something that is at least as important, and that is of course the downside scenario. So where are the most important support levels for Bitcoin here in the very short term? And the first level, you know about this one if you have been following the channel, it is this one in between around 43,100 to 41,300. You can see this sort of zone right here. Why is this one important? Well, this one have been acting as both support and resistance multiple times. We can see this one acted as support December 4th. Looking a bit left here, we can see support, 1 time, 2 time here in September. Looking even more left, we can see resistance July 31. Resistance 1 time, 2 time here in May and June. And if you look all the way back here, you can see we can look all the way back to, this was actually in February 28. We saw this one as a very key support. And this one was also the old all-time high we printed way back January 9. So multiple times historically, this one have been acting both as support and resistance. So definitely look out for 43,000 to 41,000.